Welcome back, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm back making another video. This time, this video is all about me explaining what is the next step in my TTC journey. What's about to happen next. The moment, the time that I've been waiting for that seemed like it was taking forever to get here. My hurricane, I confirmed, I closed out the other cycle, you guys. And I know that I'm not pregnant right now at this point. So I've already had my hair. I've taken my Clomid citrate. I'm done. Now I'm gearing up and I got all my tests right here. You guys see this bag of goodies, my tests right here, all over the bed, ready to start my OPKs first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock a.m. I'm ready, and I'm ready to share that with you guys. So if you want to know what all I am going to be doing, to continue to watch this video. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be testing myself at this point because I am done. If you didn't know and this is your first time tuning into our channel, I want to say welcome. This video segment right here is all about TTC Journey. My husband and I, we have 3 beautiful children. And the good Lord gave them to us. It's no secret. We shared our adoption story. The good Lord gave them to us 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago. And he chose us to be their parents. And so we thank God for them. They're a blessing to us. And we're very happy and excited to finally be parents. And we also, prior to that, experienced 1 miscarriage in our marriage when we first got married. And now we're TTCing because we want to have more children before we get too old to have children. But we know if God wants us to have more children, we can at any age. We know that. But we're just like, earthly, logically speaking. Okay. But we do know that everything and all things are possible through God. We know that. So, just a little humorous gesture there. But nevertheless, we are TTC, and that's what it's about. I just finished my 3rd round of Clomid. I just finished for the 2nd time my 100 milligrams of Clomid, aka Clomid citrate, for the 2nd time, which was my 3rd round of Clomid, aka Clomid citrate. The first time I took Clomid, just for you guys that don't know, and you can go back and watch my previous videos, but the first time I took Clomid, I took 50 milligrams. And then the 2nd and the 3rd month, which I just finished out earlier today, I took 100 milligrams, excuse me, of Clomid, aka Clomid citrate, because we are trying to conceive our rainbow baby or babies. Okay, I'm praying for twins. But even if God doesn't have twins in the making, that's cool with me. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so in the morning, y'all, now I'm at the next phase. So in the morning at 7 o'clock a.m. and 7 o'clock every morning starting point up until I get my big fat positive OPK and go back to being negative, I will be testing at 7 o'clock a.m. sharp. So I have my cheapies here, and I have to start off. I'm going to have more. So by the time I get a positive OPK, I'll have some more expensive OPK tests too. I have 2 clear blue left out of my 16 pack that I had previously, and so I still had 2 left out the last cycle of my round of Clomid, or aka Clomid citrate. So I have more than enough tests to go ahead and get me all the way well into next week. And I most definitely am going to be going back to the store to get some more, just in case I decide I want to test myself more than the time I've already said that I was going to do in the daytime. But but yeah, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys my test in the morning time. So starting in the morning, I'm going to start sharing my OPK progression. So I'm going to start off in the morning just testing one time tomorrow, because it's the day after I'm taking my last Clomid pill. And then every day after that, I'm going to test 2 to 3 times a day. So I'll be testing no later each day, though, in the evening time. I'll be starting off at 7 o'clock a.m. and I will test no later than 7 o'clock p.m. And I want to test in the middle between the 12-hour dash between the 7 to 7, and kind of put myself in the middle to get another, test done to see exactly what my hormones are doing throughout the day. Now, one of the things that I want to say to you, if you're TTCing like we are, one of the things we've learned in our research is everybody's body is different. Of course, we knew that. Secondly, Also, if you're trying to conceive, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but I'm just telling you from my experiences, and I'm telling you what I've learned and what I know through research. And you can look it up, you can research it for yourself. You will often find a lot of times that everybody's body, as we already know, is different. And even your body can change its protocol at any given time. You may start off being 28 days, and then you may all of a sudden, whether you had a child or haven't had any children, your cycle decides that it wants to come on every 29, every 27, every 40, every 32 days or whatever. And so sometimes that changes the protocol. And when you ovulate, I'm understanding from my research, it changes when you ovulate most of the time. So therefore, you want to start tracking what your body is doing. And even people who don't have a cycle at all, or have a cycle sporadically, they have irregular cycles, you still have to learn what your body is doing. And if you're on the same protocol for a little while, you'll begin to track what your body is doing, see when you are ovulating. So the OPKs are very, very, very helpful in doing that. Even if you have PCOS, you can use ovulation tests to still track your fertility, because that's the only way, really, that and blood work, that you're going to even know if you're ovulating or about to ovulate, period. And then another tip I want to share with you guys, if you're TTCing as well, that I've learned: you never wait until you get a positive OPK to start baby dancing. And the reason for that is because sometimes a lot of people miss their mark and they could have been pregnant. I found out that because everybody's body is different, you may be waiting on a positive OPK when your most 2 fertile days may have already passed. And you're doing OPKs, and by the time you get a positive, you're waiting to see that positive before you start to baby dance, and you have already ovulated, and now you're confused because you're trying to understand, why am I getting a positive OPK, which is accurate and right. But the reason why you're getting a positive, to answer your question, that you will find out, and you can ask your doctors this, and this is where I get it from also. I was told by the doctor, and I found it to be true, that a lot of times some people get an OPK positive and they wasn't baby dancing every other day, every day, or nothing. They were just waiting till they see their positive OPK, and they missed their most fertile time of getting pregnant because it had already happened. And the reason why they're getting a positive OPK is because hormones don't just change that quickly. The phases that we go through, they stick around for a while, and the hormones most definitely stick around for a while. So the OPKs are just doing their jobs of picking up the LH surge in your urine. So just because it's giving you a positive OPK doesn't necessarily mean this is your most fertile time. You may be already have reached your peak, or you may have be getting ready to reach your peak. It may be a couple of days later on that you're about to ovulate. So everybody's body is different, or it could be spot on that you're about to ovulate at that particular time that you're getting a positive OPK. So there is no 100% sure way to know that, unless you're under a doctor's care strictly, and you're coming in and they're testing and they're looking at your blood work and they're telling you that, yeah, okay, we see evidence where you have ovulated. But even then, when you go in to get those tests, 9 times out of 10, you have already ovulated when they're checking you to see if you're ovulating. So you pretty much have already passed that point. So in other words, what I'm saying, in layman's terms, don't wait to start baby dancing. That's what I want to say to you as your sister. Do not wait to start baby dancing. I know if you're under a specialist or if you're under a doctor's care, they're going to advise to you more than likely to have sex every other day. But I'm going to tell you like this right here. When you really want to have a baby and you really, really want to just go ahead and do what you feel in your heart that you're supposed to be doing at that moment and that time, don't wait. I'm telling you from experience. I understand. I'm not telling you to go against their wishes, but I'm telling you, go ahead, start baby dancing. If you can, baby dance every day, or at least every other day for sure. Go ahead and start. Don't wait, because you may miss your mark. Just a little FYI. So yeah, in the morning, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start my OPKs. I'm excited to finally be at this point. And I'm praying that after these OPKs, after this positiveness, after this ovulation, after my fertile time, that I don't have to take these anymore, and that I will have our rainbow babies, because we're praying for twins. I hope and pray that we have our big fat positive in this particular season that we claimed. And I also hope that I don't have to worry about my cycle for 9+ months from now. I don't have to have it. So I have some maxi pads that I bought because I was on my cycle just last week. But now that that's gone and she's gone, I'm hoping that I can pass the rest of it. I didn't have to use that many out of the pack because thank God she only stayed for 4 days this time. That's really good. So I can say that the Clomid helped that because throughout the months I've been on progesterone and I've been on Clomid for the last 3 months. And so that has really helped me to really narrow down my cycle time. And because normally I would have stayed on for 7 or 10 days in the past. And now I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I've had shorter bleeding time. So that's a plus. So I'm hoping that I don't have to use them. I hoping that I don't have a next cycle. I hope that what would be my next cycle next month, I would be pregnant, that I don't have to worry about it. Hello, come on now. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. That's what I'm believing. That's what I'm having faith for. So I'm hoping that I don't have to use the rest of those maxi pads. I'm hoping that I can take them right on down the hall and give them to our girls. Okay. And mommy don't have to worry about them for a very, very long time. I can sit back and enjoy being pregnant and eating healthy and exercising and just, feeling the twins grow in my belly and just being happy and just praising and praying over them every day. I'm hoping that that's what I'm about to be doing. So, nevertheless, I'm about to get off here, you guys, and say goodnight to you guys for the night. And I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. Don't put your head down at all or wondering anything because I know you're desperate to have a baby. I know, I understand it. But you got to get your mind right, sis. You got to get your mind right, brother. You got to stay positive. You got to stay prayed up for one. You got to stay focused. You can't listen to negativity. I don't care what somebody's telling you. I don't care what it looks like in front of you. Don't let nothing change what you already know in your spirit. Because remember, sometimes visions that we have for our lives are given to who? To us, because they are what? Our visions for our life, not other people's visions for our lives. We can't see somebody else's vision for our life. God opens our eyes and our spiritual insight and give us spirits of discernment to see and know certain things. So you can say all of us have propheticness in us. We just have to know how to tap into it. Okay, so I don't know how many Christians we have out there, but whether you're a Christian or not and you believe in Almighty God and you have faith in Him, then I'm telling you now how to exercise your faith. And I'm telling you, faith without works is dead. So you got to practice it. If you really believe it, you got to practice it. You got to believe it. You got to walk in it. You got to say it is. You got to claim it. You got to put it in the atmosphere, and you got to say that it is so. You got to speak those things as if though they were, even though you can't physically see it, but spiritually you know it's going to manifest itself because the word cannot lie. God cannot lie. So therefore, if He showed it to you, you got to believe it. Just because He didn't tell you exactly when it's going to happen, but if you pay attention, He'll start showing you signs when you get close to it. If that's His will, He'll open your eyes and you'll see spiritually things lining up right before your eyes, and you'll know you're in that season. And that's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm telling you guys. That's the connection I want you guys to have with your TTC journey. Already have your mindset. So no matter how many times you see a negative test, don't think of the negative test you see before you look at that test as all like it's already positive. Already claim the victory over the enemy who's trying to keep your child or children from coming here because they're going to do great things. Don't listen to that. Tune all that out. I don't care if it's a medical personnel telling you, family, friend, or foe. Don't listen to negativity. Keep your mind right. So that's the first thing you got to do, that I want you guys to do on this journey with us, is you following us. If you're in the TTC journey, the first thing I want you to do is to build up your faith, get your mind right, set your mind right, set your mind right. That means you need to focus on your goal, focus on the end results. Don't worry about what it looks like in between, because anything worth having is worth fighting for, and patience is a virtue. So you got to be patient because this is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, it didn't happen overnight. God is the only person that can make one thing in one blink of an eye. We have to go through processes, okay? So you got to go through the process, and trust me, it's going to be so well worth it. Because I promise y'all, the voice that you hear now, 8 years ago, I was a mess. Now, it didn't take me 8 years to get to where I am, but I'm saying 8 years. It's been a process, okay? It has been a process. So I truly understand. Trust me, I overstand everything that you could possibly be feeling. Trust me, I do. But I know that I serve a God that sits high and looks low, and all things are possible with him. And y'all don't want to start preaching because, okay, I can't start doing it. So I'm going to just get off here. But I want you guys to come with me in the morning and keep your faith, keep your spirits lifted up, stay positive, stay focused. It's going to happen. We're about to get these rainbow babies. We're about to get these blessings from God. And we're about to have everything that God has set forth for us and our children, okay, and our families. So don't worry about anything. Don't worry about the naysayers because we all have them. Every success person has naysayers. So don't worry about naysayers because they're going to always be among us. But we are going to persevere and press forward because we are conquerors and we can do all things. And so with that being said, I love you guys once again so much, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you so much for subscribing, sharing, and liking and commenting. If you haven't done so already, be sure to do those things. And also let me know where you are with your journey and how you're going about your thing, your process of how you want to do your process of your TTC journey. And if you have any advice or anything that you think my husband and I can use, certainly do so. Leave us some comments down below. We appreciate all information. It can be perhaps helpful to us. And if you've heard anything that I've said that has inspired you in any type of way, please do comment down below and let me know that as well. And I say Godspeed ahead to you and unmeasured favor and blessings. May God continue to bless you and your family with unstopped flowing of rivers of blessings, unmeasured faith and blessings that no man could ever measure in your life. May God continue to do that in your life and for your family. And not only just in your TT journey, but everything you touch, everything that you are, everything that you want to be, everything that you're thinking, just let everything around you be a blessing. And so with that being said, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are excited about your TTC journey because I'm certainly excited about mine. And y'all, my video is too long, so I'm going to say goodnight. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight, y'all, because I'm excited about starting to test in the morning. And so I'm going to be sharing it with you guys bright and early in the morning so you guys get some rest. I'm about to go and enjoy the rest of my night and get some rest as well. So I love you guys so much. Peace. Remember to use your spiritual gifts. Why? Because God gave them to you. They're yours. So use them. See you guys later.